So the Sonics win the tip. A look at the Bulls starting lineup. Walton is out there with Robinson. Then it's Nowitzki. And then there's Antetokounmpo. And it's Wade in at the shooting guard position. Now here's Lillard. Just 5 on the clock. He's whistled for the 5-second back to the basket violation. And here's Giannis. Nowitzki outside. Shoots over Chamberlain. Rebound by the Sonics. And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, the Supersonics head coach had a few moments to share with me. We talked about their defensive game plan for Giannis, and he told me the best way to guard Giannis is to keep him out of the paint and force him to be a jump shooter. The only problem is no one's figured out how to do that consistently. Giannis always seems to find a way to impose his will. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, Allie. And so it's the Bulls getting on the board first. Lillard the pass to Chamberlain. Irving with the bounce pass. Shoots from 12. And Lillard gets it to go.
Aggressive move by Lillard, attacking the heart of that defense.
Pass to Robinson. Here's Walton. Chamberlain with the block. And they're able to recover. Kirilenko the pass to Irving. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
Yeah, going hard to the rack, making a statement here early on.
Yeah, it's nice to see him be assertive instead of settling for a jump shot, especially in the first quarter.
Now here's Giannis. Bulls moving the ball around. And it's Wade in the corner. 5 on the clock. Over Irving. Wade misses. Over to the left wing. Walton against Lillard. Pass to Kirilenko. Back to Lillard. There's the triple. And it's Chicago with the rebound. On the wing, Giannis. To the middle. And it's Robinson that time on the assist from Antetokounmpo.
And the formula is simple for these guys. Get Robinson the ball near the hoop and watch the Admiral operate.
Pass to Kirilenko. Back to Lillard. Wide open. And it's Seattle with another.
A smart idea to set up Lillard, a man who knows how to score.
And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Nowitzki's shot is no good.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Now here's Lillard. Irving kicks to Lillard. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Yeah, you never want to foul Dame in the act. He's almost automatic from the line.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And he can't get the first one.
Hey, Lillard has all the talent in the world, but man, this guy is a great leader. Lots of charisma, and he holds his teammates accountable.
Good on the second free throw. Wade surveying the D. Here's Antetokounmpo, and it's blocked by Kirilenko. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Seattle ahead, up by 3. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And before we move on, guys, what do you think about what we've seen so far from the Supersonics?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
It's been a group effort, and that's what it takes to play the kind of defense that they've played. Great showing from them.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Bulls. Antetokounmpo is out there with Dwayne Wade. Then it's Robinson. Then it's Nowitzki. And it's Walton in at the 4 spot. A free throw drops for Dirk Nowitzki.
And for his size, Nowitzki's abilities as a shooter are really special. This guy can knock it down as if he played in the backcourt.
Now here is Kirilenko. Still scoreless. 6 to shoot. Lillard from outside. And that's collected by Bill Walton. Now the Bulls with it. Nowitzki dishes to Antetokounmpo. Walton a screen on Chamberlain. Antetokounmpo passes to Walton. And Kirilenko sends it back. Outside Irving. Pass to Lillard. Now Chamberlain. Here's Weber. And the shot no good, a bit short.
I'll be honest, I'm a little surprised he missed that.
Giannis against Chamberlain. Now Walt. Now here's Wade. Wade inside.
And and it's a difficult task to try and stop Wade inside. He plays a physical brand of basketball and has a variety of moves to choose from.
Lillard, the pass to Kirilenko. Back to Lillard, and shot on the way. The rebound by Walton.
If he gets that look again, he should take it. You can't let one miss scare you off of a very good shot.
Outside, Antetokounmpo. Nice move. Weber pulls it in. Weber's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Pass to Kirilenko. Stolen by Wade. Goes up. Wade finishing the trip down the floor.
Out in the open floor, Wade can really turn on the Jets.
Wade against Lillard. And here's Kirilenko. Back to Lillard. Seattle missing again.
Credit the defensive effort there, not giving him room to operate.
And Walton gets to Giannis. Nowitzki against Lillard. Nowitzki, no good. Sonics trail by 4. Here's Irving, and he banks in the layup.
I know what they say, defense wins championships, but you need some bucket getters too now.
And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for the Bulls. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. Walton the pass to Wade. Giannis outside. Walton is screen on Kirilenko to the paint and stolen by Lillard. And now the fast break. Irving with the ball. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Personal foul. That's on Dwayne Wade.
A great athlete and an even better human being. It's easy to love Julius Irving. What he brings to this team and also what he brings to the community.
First free throw is good. No good on the second free throw. Chicago leading. Inside and stolen by Lillard. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clock. In the corner, Irving with it. Nice ball movement by Seattle. Pass to Kirilenko. Down to 5 on the shot clock. A baseline J. And it's Lillard missing. Giannis with it. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Bulls lead by 1. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. We've got Weber, Damian Lillard out there with Andre Kirilenko. Then there's Chamberlain, and it's Irving at the 3, the small forward. That's the lineup in the game for Seattle. And now here he comes, Kirilenko leading the break. Here's Chamberlain. Got it. Good job in the low post. And the Sonics lead by 1.
I'll tell you what, he came out of that locker room raring to go.
Pass to Robinson. It's Nowitzki on the wing. Now, Antetokounmpo And here is Robinson, guarded by Weber. Lillard looking around. Here's Kirilenko, covered by Giannis. Back to Lillard, lets it go from the wing. Rebound, Bill Walton. Walton's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Now here's Nowitzki, covered by Lillard. Nowitzki with the muscle.
And how about the splendid floor vision from Antetokounmpo? A good decision maker, improves his passing each and every year.
Kirilenko the pass to Weber. Pass to Lillard. The 3. It's all in by the Bulls. Walton's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Wade outside. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now.
2 minutes remaining with 2 minutes.
Wade muscling it up and in.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need the basket.
Back to Lillard. Chamberlain with a screen on Wade, and he lobs it up toward the rim. Weber kicks to Chamberlain. Robinson with the block.
And there you see why Robinson is the anchor of this defense. Massive wingspan, easily allowing him to turn away shots.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Outside Robinson. Outside Antetokounmpo. Fades. No good from Wade. That's trail by 3. Irving passes to Lillard. Now Kirilenko. Wade is covered. Back to Lillard. Uncovered. The Sonics again can't hit.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
Antetokounmpo passes to Nowitzki. Nowitzki inside.
And when defenders are lurking, that bounce pass can be the only way to get it through.
Nowitzki's gone 50% from the field, 3 of 6. Weber outside. Pass to Lillard to end the cold streak. Chicago grabs the miss. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Outside, Antetokounmpo. 5 to shoot. There's Giannis with the slam.
Yeah, but I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. And so it's Chicago heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. We've got more in store for you right after this. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
He'll be proud of that one. Bigs love when their passing skills are noticed.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. So for Chicago right now, Robinson is out there with Walton. And then there's Antetokounmpo. Then there's Dwayne Wade. And it's Nowitzki in at the small forward. That's a 2 from Lillard. And dead on that time. Beautiful shot. Lillard's got the first basket as we get going in the 4th for Seattle. Wade outside. Back to Giannis. Pass to Robinson. And they pick up 2. Robinson's got the lead up to 7 now for the Bulls. And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Seattle Supersonics. To the inside, Kirilenko. The basket good off the assist from Chamberlain.
And that's right in his wheelhouse. Looking to make an impact when it counts.
And his team needs every bit of his production if they want to pull this one out. It is neck and neck here in the final period.
And out of bounds as the Sonics gain possession. Now Lillard. Outside Kirilenko. Here's Lillard. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. Nowitzki inside. Guarded by Chamberlain. Strong move off the glass.
Ooh, he's earning his keep offensively, a key part of their winning effort at this point.
Lillard up top. Wade is covering.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Lillard against Wade. Ah, it's good!
And there's an edge to Lillard's game. He's fearless, and you can see it when he's finishing in traffic.
Here's Nowitzki. Jacks up a 3. That does not go.
Good job by the D to stay with him and make that a tough 3.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. And Phil Jackson wants a timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them. It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie Laporte.
I was able to listen in on what Chicago's coach was going over with his team, and he encouraged them to stay focused and not get complacent, saying we worked too hard to get this lead and we're not going to give it up now. So stay connected, play smart, let's get this win. Guys, back to you.
Great work as always, Allie. Thank you.
A mid-range specialist. All Nowitzki needs is a little wiggle room, and he's going to let it go.
Lillard fires. The 3 is off.
That is not the shot they needed there. You gotta work it around and get a better look.
Got it to go.
And bullseye with that assist. Nice delivery there in traffic.
Sonics trail by 7.
This is a do-or-die possession. They have got to get points.
Anything other than a make is game over. This is where you lean on your stars to get you to the finish line.
And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. It's the Bulls with the ball. 7-point game, the biggest lead in the game. 46 seconds left in the fourth. Just 5 to shoot. No good there.
Not enough ticks left on the clock to save them tonight.
Yeah, they got to be disappointed with this result.
That one misses.
Well, some trips you get the shot you want, it just doesn't fall. I'd go back to him in that area on the floor.
And Kirilenko sends it back. So the Bulls win it. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they really did feed off all of that negative energy this crowd was directing at them. I mean, they turned it around and used it as motivation to close out a significant win.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Richard Jefferson, and Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks so much for joining us on this presentation from 2K Sports. And as we leave you, Let's take a look at our player of the game, Dirk Nowitzki.
Bulls start out with the ball. Here's the starting group for Portland. And it's Eaton in at the 5 spot. Here's Nowitzki. And Gasol with the block. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Gasol. Pass to Wade. Five to shoot. To the paint. Blocked again! Here's Cooper. Here's Arenas. Fires in the triple.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Pass to Nowitzki. Down low. Dives for it. On the wing, Wade. Here's Robinson. And a big finish by Robinson.
Hanging on the rim, just showing off.
That's how you extend the glory right there. Here's Arenas. And it's going to be a 3-second call.
Second violation. Chicago ball.
First minute and a half of basketball played here in this one. Here's Wade. Pass to Nowitzki. Ooh, the lead pass was in the perfect spot to set up the layup.
The defensive effort was lacking a bit, but hey, give them credit for finding a weakness there.
Well, with that kind of success, I imagine they'll continue to be aggressive inside.
Here's Cooper. Another three for Portland.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
Well, you just have to communicate those switches. If you don't, it's on you.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. Just 5 to shoot. Pass to Wade. For 3. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Minute 32 left to play in the first quarter. Here's Cooper. Here's Arenas. Three-pointer, no good. Chicago trailing here. Chicago shooting their first free throws of this game.
At the line for 2, Wade.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him. Both good from the line that time. There's a minute 12 left in the first quarter of the game. Pass to Gasol. Here's Cooper.
Foul. Robinson. First personal foul. First team foul.
1:02 left in the first. Out to the right wing. Gasol passes to Eaton. Shot clock at 5. Here's Cooper.
And with an out-of-this-world wingspan, Giannis can simply lock up just about anyone on the defensive end.
Robinson gets the bucket.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
And we knew coming into this game, we expected him to be very involved early.
Antetokounmpo can't connect. Portland trailing here. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Arenas passes to Cooper. Here's Arenas. Fires from deep, bearing his second of 3 attempts.
What a steady presence offensively and a very difficult player to game plan for.
Antetokounmpo, left side. And they pick up 2. And the lead just keeps changing hands.
5 times already, and he still hasn't gotten out of the first half.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Chicago ahead, leading by a point. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. Good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going so far for the Bulls.
Ever since this game started, they've been attacking on the inside, looking for ways to bust up the defense and get high percentage looks.
Well, from the start, they've been making quality passes offensively, and that is reflected in their assist number.
On the court right now for Portland. And it's Gasol in at the 4. And here is Antetokounmpo. Here's Nowitzki. Over to the wing. On the wing, Wade. Shot from the wing. Rebounded by Marion.
And he's a very good mid-range shooter, but the defense was all over him there, making that a very difficult shot.
Pass to Cooper. This one for 3. Offensive rebound, Eaton. And that one's good. A nice job on the glass as they picked up 2 on the second effort.
Well, that's just a mistake on defense. No one got a body on it.
Just over a minute has passed here in the second quarter. Here's Wade. Chicago needs to get off a shot here. And a big finish by Robinson.
And nobody putting out much of an effort to stop him.
Surprising in a close game, a lack of energy on defense.
When every possession matters, your defense has to be better.
Now here's Gasol. No points so far. Pass to Arenas. Plenty of room to knock down that one.
That's great use of the bounce pass in that situation to make sure the ball got there.
Here's Walton to the inside. Nowitzki, that one's good.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
Portland leading. Cooper passes to Gasol. There's a minute 47 left in the first half. Arenas. Chicago with a rebound.
Well, he usually brings rain from there, but not this time.
Pass to Antetokounmpo. Oh! Don't let Giannis in!
This game has been like a seesaw. Both teams going back and forth at one another.
We see this in the NBA all the time. It is very difficult to keep a lead in this league.
Pass to Arenas. Goes up on the wing. Count that one. Arenas has got 10 points. It's been neck and neck this entire first half.
Yeah, 8 lead changes so far. These clubs are looking evenly matched.
And now the first timeout called here for Chicago. Antetokounmpo, the pass to Walton. There's 49 seconds left in the first half of this game. He buries it from 3.
When you can shoot over the top of people and hit a high percentage from out there, you are in rare company.
Pass to Cooper. Here's Arenas. Just 5 on the clock. Launches a 3. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the board. Chicago leading. Here's Walton. Checked by Gasol. Walton's shot is off.
Well, coaches really appreciate when guys defend with that kind of effort. Just a fantastic job protecting the rim.
Inside, here's Eaton, and he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there, just takes his 2 points, moves on. So a tie game here as we finish the first half. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out there for the start of the third quarter, right after the break. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. They've got Giannis Antetokounmpo, and it's Walton in at the power forward position. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Again, the Trailblazers, good for 2. These teams just keep trading the lead.
Yeah, you wonder what it's going to take for someone to pull away.
Here's Wade.
Arenas. First personal foul. First team foul.
Antetokounmpo surveys. Giannis with the finish.
And Giannis has a ridiculous combination of size, skill, and athleticism.
Here's Arenas. He's got 12. The 3 is up. Oh, he drains it. His 6th make in 9 tries so far.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
Well, you just have to communicate those switches. If you don't, it's on you.
Here's Wade. On the clock. Robinson. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Personal foul.
Yeah, you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
These are his first free throws of the game.
Robinson. 2 shots.
Free throw good. Robinson. And both free throws good for Robinson. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the third quarter. Here's Cooper. Pass to Gasol. Here's Arenas from the arc. Antetokounmpo grabs the board. Here's Nowitzki. 7 points in the game. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Antetokounmpo's got 4 points in the quarter.
Every coach in this league loves assisted baskets. It indicates your offense is flowing the way it's supposed to.
Here's Arenas. He's got 15. The 3 is up. And it's Chicago with the board. Walton's got 4 rebounds now. Chicago with the ball. They lead by 1. That one goes. Count it. Robinson's got 10.
It's not easy to work the ball inside in this league, but they've done it all night.
Cooper passes to Gasol. Here's Arenas. Fires it. And it's good. Off the back rim and in. He's got 17. Timeout called here. Chicago decides to talk it over. It's a neck-and-neck game in Chicago. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Here's Wade. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Here's Arenas. 17 points in the game. Here's Cooper. Offline with a three.
Yeah, you know, he usually makes you pay from that range.
Here's Nowitzki. Checked by Gasol. And he hits it and gets hacked. A three-point chance here if he can convert.
And that's exactly the type of pass we expect from a guy with his vision.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. Cooper passes to Arenas. Here's Cooper. Pass to Arenas. Shot clock at 6. Knocks down the triple. Arenas has got 10 points in just the second half.
Oh, he's putting on a scoring clinic, guys. If it wasn't for him, they would not be in this game.
Antetokounmpo, the pass to Nowitzki. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And we wrap up the third, and it looks like it's going to be an exciting fourth. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
And right there, he wasn't a ball stopper. He kept his eyes up and his options open.
3 tense quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the fourth. Taking a look at the Trailblazers. And it's Marion in at the 3. Pass to Arenas. And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention.
As this game tightens up, it's even more important to take care of the basketball.
And so here is Chicago. Antetokounmpo, the pass to Nowitzki. And Cooper pulls it down. And the officials will call the illegal screen here.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
Well, oftentimes illegal screens fall into a gray area, but that time he got called for it.
Here's Wade. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. And once again, off the mark by Chicago. To take the lead. He gets the layup.
This is when your interior D has to be on high alert.
Timeout, Bulls. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
I was able to listen in on what Chicago's coach was going over with his team. He encourages guys to stick with it, saying, I don't care what the scoreboard says. If we can play hard, that's all that matters. We can be the stronger team. So that's what coach is looking for.
Thanks for that, Allie. And so it's Antetokounmpo with it. He brings it up for the Bulls. Trailing by 2.
Oh, what great action we've seen tonight. Hard to imagine a more entertaining game.
This is what the fans came to see. A lot of great plays going back and forth.
Here's Arenas. From downtown. And he recovers it. Here's Cooper. Shoots a 3. The 3 ball is down.
This is exactly why they go to him in these spots. These guys believe in his ability to come through in the clutch.
Here's Wade. Book it! It goes!
And just great intensity down the stretch. I mean, he really wants to rock with the game on the line.
And that is great leadership. He certainly has that clutch gene that every team needs.
No debate there. He got hammered.
He drops the first one, and that'll put him up 2. So he gets them both. And it's a three-point game.
Yeah, a lot of pressure in this situation. Not easy to convert those free throws.
This is when you need a defensive presence, but it's just not happening.
And that's been the theme of the night. Stringing together stops has been difficult.
A minute 35 left to play in the fourth quarter. Now Gasol. The shot from 20 feet out. Robinson rips down the board. Oh, impressive footwork down low.
Just a selfless play by Giannis. He knows all eyes are on him, so he dishes to a ready shooter.
Unable to get the ball in bounds. And they got called for a 5-second. Just about 3 minutes through the fourth and final quarter here. Oh, he jammed it!
Now you see how comfortable Giannis is in the pick and rolls. Keeping things simple, just a smart pass.
Now Portland with it. It's a three-point game. Here's Arenas. Let's loose for three. Oh, it doesn't go.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Here's Walton. Checked by Gasol. And Gasol with the block.
They can't go empty on any of their possessions from here on out.
And they need to continue to play with urgency.
Here's Arenas. Cashes it in.
Wow. That takes steady nerves right there.
Completely unfazed by what's at stake. That's just clutch.
Yeah, and that was a smart move. I mean, you have to foul right there. You just don't want them to run out the clock.
And so they foul intentionally.
Second team foul. At the line for Chicago, Antetokounmpo. Shooting 2.
He hits the first one, and that'll put him up 2. He's off on the free throw. Unable to get the second one to drop.
Second personal foul. Third.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And so both free throws good, and it's a 4-point ball game.
All but over now. Those free throws help seal the deal.
Time called here. The Trailblazers decide to talk it over. We've got 13 seconds left in the fourth. Any speculation on what we're going to see coming out of this timeout?
Score quick, then foul. Then you have to hope for some missed free throws.
Well, at this point, everything has to go your way to extend this game.
At the line for 2, Nowitzki.